What a sad day. The sun did not come up this morning. The sky just turned from dark gray to a lighter shade of gray. And it's raining and drizzling and frankly cold. Sad start to the day. It looks, whoa! It looks kind of like a repeat of yesterday, which is okay, I guess. You know, I've got a very nice quarterly tailwind. You can see from the direction of my French flag, and I'm moving along very well. I'm still on a heading of due west, although toward the end of the day I'm going to start angling down toward the island, so that may not be before midnight, but got a ways to go. Last night I left the sail configuration the same way, and I broke one of my cardinal rules, which is always put a reef in at sundown just to be safe. And I said, well, I don't have the mainsail up, I just have the Genoa out. I'll leave it. And I was going along at sunset. I was going along 5.8 knots, you know, which was very nice and comfortable and all that. Well, about 2 o'clock in the morning I was doing 7.2 knots and the wind was starting to howl a bit, and I still had the full Genoa out. Oof. That's what you don't want to be doing maneuvers like that in the middle of the night. Now, it's not that difficult to put a reef in. I can do all the reefs from the cockpit here, so I don't have to go forward to do anything, but it's just hard. It's dark, it's raining, it's cold, it's windy, it's noisy, so you don't like to be doing those things in the middle of the night. So I'm going to follow my golden rule, which is reef at sunset. And other than that, like I said, it looks just like yesterday. But yesterday was good, although I missed the sun. Okay, well, catch up later. Well, here we are on the end of day 4, and as you can see, the weather did not improve at all. It has been raining and gray and drizzly all day long, no break. That said, the wind has been favorable and made really good time, between 5 and 6 knots all day long. I never touched the sails. I did a couple of minor course adjustments just to remain aligned with the wind, but I'm running with the Genoa fully deployed and the mainsail not at all, and that's working fine. I'm running downwind. As you can probably see from my French flag there, it's just almost dead downwind. So that brings up a question, you know, that some of you might ask, is how do you get the weather when you're at sea? And there's 3 or 4 ways. One is a service called Navtex, and it's kind of a fax type information system that sends us this format of gridded binary data that weather forecasts come in, and you can receive that up to about 300 miles from land. Now, I'm further than 300 miles from land right now, so it wouldn't do me any good here. But some people have that system. I don't have it, but I have a friend who does, and he likes it and uses it quite a bit. Another system is single sideband radio. It's a ham operators type radio, and there are a number of services and volunteers that provide weather forecasts to sailors, and it's very popular. It's a bit expensive. It's kind of the old generation technology. I'm not sure I'd get one, but you know, you're talking 1,500 to 2,000 euros to get a good set. But there's some people, especially single sailors that are out on solo. It's nice to have a long chat at 2 o'clock in the morning when there's nothing to do but wait for a ship to pass that you've been following for an hour, to have a chat with someone. So people like that system, and there are professionals and amateurs who provide weather services off of that. And the third system is a satellite telephone type system. There's a popular one now called Iridium Go, although there's a couple of others. I shouldn't just mention them, but Iridium Go, it'll cost you 1,500 euros to put the system in, and then you have to do a subscription of, I think it's 100 euros a month kind of thing. And that will give you the information that you need just about everywhere in the world now. I think it's almost total coverage, maybe not at the poles yet. So that's very popular. What do I have aboard my boat? Nothing for right now. So this is the end of the 4th day at sea. I'm running on the forecast that I got before I left harbor 4 days ago. And I don't mind that for this trip here. The weather forecasts you get, they're pretty good for 5 or 6 days, and then the general system accuracy is not bad for another 3 or 4 days after that. You know? So if you're going out for a 10 to 12 day passage, you're not going to get surprised by a massive hurricane or a huge depressive system that a low system that comes in from nowhere. The wind may not be as precise as it was originally, but so I'm not worried about that. Now, if I were to do a transatlantic passage, I would absolutely get the Iridium Go system. I wouldn't go on a long to do a transat. It's somewhere between 20 days if you're good, and 30 days if you have no luck with the wind. So 20 to 30 days, you can get hit by some new systems. So I would want to have something to give me an update of the weather. Some people call other ships in the commercial vessels that we cross, and sometimes they'll give that information. Sometimes they don't like to. They take on a sense of liability, responsibility if they're giving weather data. So some of them aren't real comfortable doing that. But that's another way that you might get it. So I'm actually running in the blind. In other words, just with the data I had when I left port 4 days ago, and I still got another 4, maybe 5 days to go. So I'm not expecting any massive surprise, but that last day the wind could be a bit different than what was forecast originally. So let's hope that I have the same wind tomorrow, but a bit brighter blue skies. This is a bit depressing. Even the ducks get lost in this kind of stuff. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow morning then. Bye-bye.